And so rental prices are going up as fast as real estate prices are, which there should be a correlation between the two. That makes sense.
Real estate tech startup Side raises $50 million more at a $2.5 billion valuation as it preps for an IPO. Hello people, we're back with a new video on real estate tech startup Side raises $50 million more at a $2.5 billion valuation as it preps for an IPO. So get ready for the new video and watch it till the end to know about the topic. The real estate now increasingly needs specialized valuation services for them to increase their business and the regulatory environment. There are some very important measures taken by the companies in context of financial and tax reporting, business interests, estate planning, due diligence, company advisory, and insurance valuation. How would you characterize the real estate startup with side raises? If you're looking for the best real estate tech startup with side raises of $50 million more at a $2.5 billion valuation as it preps for an IPO in America, here they are. A great startup in real estate business must be one that offers good opportunities, which is what it is based on. Disclaimer: this is not a suggestion, this summary is for data. The summary remained updated as of January 2021. Side is a real estate technology company that helps the independent brokerages and the agents in turning into boutique brands and businesses. It has raised over $50 million in a round of funding that helps it double the valuation to $2.5 billion. Its latest finance came 3 months later. The company based in San Francisco, which raised a startup of $150 million in a funding round in Series D, which was led by Quatu Management of a valuation of $1 billion. The Tiger Global Management helped lead the current investment from the iconic captain and from D1 Capital Partners. Sides, with the help of the latest capital infusion, has raised its 2017 inception that now has a total of over $250 million. Its early round were led by the Trinity Ventures, Matrix Partners, 8VC, and Sapphire Ventures. Side says that it has now been overshadowed by 3 top technologies' initial public offerings, IPO, in which sets the latest funding for this future IPO. The startup had pulled in somewhere between $30 million and $50 million in revenue in the year 2020, and they expect to increase almost a double revenue in 2021. In the year 2019, Side has represented over $5 billion in annual home sales among all of its partners. The partners of the company represent over a $15 billion in the annual production volume. The company is predicting that by the end of the year 2021, it will have closed over a $20 billion in home sales, and the positioning of the company among the top 10 national brokerage by volume. Side supports somewhat 1,800 partner agents across Florida, California, and Texas. It believes that it has witnessed a 200% year-over-year increase in the agent-represented home sales across the 3 markets of Florida, California, and Texas. The plan is to enter 15 new states by this year's end. The founders of Side are Guy Hall, Hillary Saunders, and Edward Wu, on a premise where they can find real estate agents that are under-reserved and underappreciated by the traditional brokerage models. CEO Gal believes that the existing brokerages are meant to support the average agents, and the top-producing agents end up all doing the heavy work. Sides work with agents and the teams by marketing their boutique brand exclusively while providing the technology required and the support that is needed. Their goal is to help the partner agents to grow their business and improve productivity. Side helps the top producing agents, independent brokerages, and teams in gaining full ownership of their brand and business without the trouble of operating a brokerage. The existing brokerages discourage agents from becoming one of the top teams and producers because of the agents who serve very few clients can be forced to pay a very high commission fees on each of the transactions, means the incentives are misaligned between the teams, brokerages, and the top agents. The top producers eagerly want to differentiate and grow, and the brokerages suggest that they do less business at a high amount of fees and be under the same brand and be another one of them. Side doesn't discourage and compete with the teams and top producing agents, but allows them to grow and scale their brand and business. What is IPO? Initial Public Offering. IPO is a process that allows the private companies to go public by selling off their stocks to the general public. It's usually the young companies, new or old ones, that decide to list down on an exchange and goes public after it. The companies are allowed to raise equity capitals by the use of an IPO and by issuing new shares to the public without the fresh capital being raised. Description: a company that offers its shares to the public are not obliged to repay to the public investors its capital. The company that offers the shares are known as an issuer. With the top help of investment banks, after IPO, the shares of the company are traded into an open market. These shares can be sold to the investors with the help of secondary market trading. About real estate. Real estate consists of land and buildings and also natural resources like crops, waters, or minerals. The immovable properties of nature, a real property like the buildings or housing in the general term. Real estate is very different from that of your personal property, which are attached to the land permanently. Vehicles, furniture, boats, tools, jewelry, and rolling stock present in a farm. Real estate as an investment. In the markets where the land and building prices are increasing day by day, real estate comes to the rescue in the form of investments. Whether the owner of the property intends to use the property or not, often these investment properties are rented out, but the term flipping, which involves the process of quick reselling of the property and at times taking advantage of the repairs that are made that subsequently increase the value of the available property. Sometimes the luxurious real estates are used as a path to store value, especially from wealthy foreigners, without having to attempt to any renting it out. Some of the luxurious units present in London and in New York City, which have had used it as a way to corrupt the foreign government officials and the various business people from all over the globe without the rule of law, to protect from seizure and money laundering. Residential real estate. Residential real estate consists of either a single family staying or multifamily. Those structures are available for the non-business purposes and occupations. The residences are differentiated by the way they connect to the neighborhood, residences, and the lands. There are some different types of housing tenure which can be used for the same purposes that are of the physical type. For example, the residences that might be connected can be owned by one entity and leased out, or by the help of an agreement that covers the relationship between the major and common areas, concerns, and units. The major categories of residential real estate are attached or multi-unit dwelling, which consists of apartments or flats, multifamily houses, terraced house, condominium, cooperative, semi-detached, detached dwellings, portable dwellings like houseboats, tents, mobile homes, or residential caravans, etc. The four types of real estates are residential real estate, which includes both new and constructed and the resale houses. This is a very common category in real estate houses. There are commercial real estates, which includes shopping centers and strip malls, educational buildings, offices, hotels, etc. Industrial real estate, which includes manufacturing buildings and properties, and also warehouses. The vacant lands like the working farms and ranches. The subcategories under vacant lands are underdeveloped, reuse, subdivision, and site assemblies. We've tried to cover everything in this short video, and still, if you think something is missed, then do mention it in the comment section below. Your thoughts and ideas matter the most. So farewell until the next video. Bye family, and take care.